Hey, it's David Hughes with Theater Advice. I'm sitting here with, I got some stuff to show you. I think this is also the first time people can see the logo of the new company we started. FCAV Systems stands for First Class AV. You can, our tagline is upgrade to first class. Hopefully I can do it less cheesy, but we'll see. So basically what we're going to talk about today is Triad, but before I dive into that, I'm going to tell you anyone in the country that wants to purchase products, get systems designed, get rooms designed, go to firstclassavsystems.com or fcavsystems.com. They will both get you there because I was smart enough to buy both websites. And you can get help anywhere in the country. If you're in Theater Advice, please pop in to see our salespeople at our Frisco location or our Southlake location. Obviously, any brick and mortar experience is going to usually surpass the online experience, but we are truly going to change that, you'll see, with FCAV. So pay attention to some of my other videos that I'm going to talk about how that's going to work, and we're really excited about bringing brick and mortar experience to anyone in the country, especially our version of it, because we think it's kind of a system that works. I want to dive into Triad. So I sell Triad with both companies. There's not a lot of companies that can sell Triad online. I don't even know if there's any. But I want to talk about some of the things that make it that make me love the company. So first, I'll talk about their regular in-ceilings and in-walls, which look like every other in-ceiling and in-wall you've ever seen. You know, plastic front, magnet in the back, open back, up to their 3 series. So you've got like 61, 62, 63 in a 6-inch, different quality levels, and then the 3 is back boxed, and then 81, 82, 83. And then those are, the 83 is back boxed as well in a ceiling or in wall. So you can get an enclosed version of kind of their non-handmade version stuff. I think it's a great value. I love their stuff. I like how they install. Those will install though with the regular swing out dog leg type thing. What I love about Triad is their custom stuff. I've sold them for a very long time. I love them to death. Any of their custom stuff, I mean, this is literally, this is probably 20 pounds right here. This is a heavy boy. So you've got silk dome tweeters, and what I love about them is obviously it's just a fully enclosed back box. This is handmade in Oregon. This thing is just made to precision. It's made to perfection. You can just hear it. I do that a lot with speakers. That's kind of a technical thing, knocking on stuff, but you can tell how hollow and non-solid something is when you knock on it. This is a solid MDF box. This thing is built like a car subwoofer box. It's just absolutely awesome. A couple things I love about Triad on top of the build quality is how they install. So how they install is really cool. And also really difficult, because if your wall's really deep, or like this is going to attic space, if you notice, this is the only, their only speaker company that doesn't have some kind of flange on the front, so that's larger than the hole you cut. You're cutting a hole this size. So when you install a Triad speaker, you have to be very careful to grab this as you put it in, push up with your thumb, and you rest the bottom of the speaker on the sheetrock while you get this frame in place. And then they come with like really long screws, like this big, like really long, like 3 inches at least. So 3-inch screw, and what you'll do is you'll kind of get it started on 2 of them, and then it can't fall in the wall. If you don't do that, you can literally have this thing fall in the wall cavity, which I've never done before, thank goodness. I've done a lot of stupid crap in the field, but not that. But almost though, because you can. Or it'll fall in the attic space or something, and you got to go get it. So you have to be kind of careful how you install them, but the reason they do that is the magnetic grill goes across this whole thing, and it's a really, really solid connection, because you've got all of these points all the way around, and the speaker's so heavy, it really does a great job. And so, and the way that it pinches is 2 things really cool. One is these things stick out like this, and then you tighten that screw. So you get it in the sheetrock, and before it falls in the wall, you get these in there, and get them screwed up. But what's cool is, if you notice, it has a hole on the side and a hole in the front, or a hole in the top or whatever. So if you're going right next to a stud, you can literally go like 2 up like that, but the other side you can turn around. There's another screw here, and you can actually go that direction. You can go out to the stud cavity. So if something's in the way, like an obstruction, other speaker companies don't do that. You just have to wedge the speaker in with this plastic dog leg that breaks sometimes. And that's, for a DIYer, if you don't know that exact tension of wedged but not broken, you're going to break the thing, and then they're going to return it or something. So this gives you multiple ways of doing that. So once this is in, These guys are in behind the sheetrock. This is exact sheetrock depth here. You know, and you get that started, you can cinch the actual frame, they call it, with the speaker itself. So that gets the speaker installed, and then it literally pulls this frame down into here, so this portion kind of comes forward and to flush mounted. It's a really, really good design. Really high-end materials. You got composite drivers, silk dome tweeters. This particular one, another thing I wanted to bring up, you have to be super careful when you're ordering, buying, designing with Triad, because it'll say silver 6 in ceiling or in wall, or silver 4 in wall, and you're thinking 6-inch drivers versus 4-inch drivers. I certainly want the 6, right? No, that's not true. This is 6 inches deep, so you have to have a 6-inch deep wall to put it in. Very careful. You have to be very careful to get the 4. Normally, you'll sell, design, and install way more 4s than you will ever 6s. 6s are good for, gives you great depth and makes the speaker box not have to be as elongated, because they're all about airspace. So believe it or not, their same speaker in a 4 actually has different front dimensions, because they'll put the same airspace that's in the 6 in the 4. It's just going to be a bigger speaker. So it allows for a smaller speaker this way, but you've got to have the depth. So be careful when you're, you know, kind of looking at that stuff. Get with our sales team. Especially if you're FCAV systems. The whole point is you can talk to, and you should talk to, actual system designers that help you make the right decisions. Why buy stuff when you can buy the right stuff? So that's kind of what we're doing there. So buy the 4 most of the time. I didn't show you the 4 because everyone's seen what a 4-inch speaker looks like. It's going to be 3.5, 3 3/4 deep or so, and this guy's 6. So careful when you're ordering that. But such a beefy boy. I love these things. They sound great. It sounds exactly like a bookshelf speaker, because that's what it is. It's a bookshelf speaker. So when you buy their in-wall, or their in-room, which is basically their bookshelf speaker, they are exact sonic similarities. They are exactly the same speaker, both in airspace, build quality. One is just in your room, one is in your wall. They make on-wall versions as well, so you can actually make an on-wall speaker. So you can do a silver on-wall speaker that matches the silver 6 or silver 4 in-walls. And the craziest thing about them, and I love them for this, and I have the 2 videos that I just posted. The one with the LED lights in the ceiling has this speaker in it. When you order their on-wall speaker, it can come black like this or whatever, or white, but you can also come in the wall color, just like their grills. So these are their grills. This speaker was bought in iron ore. So this is their iron ore grill, and it goes right on this guy here. Bam, and now you've got wall match speakers. You can order them in black very easily, but you can order them in any Sherwin-Williams color, and it'll literally, the entire cabinet, not the grill, but they're on wall, the whole cabinet that goes on the wall is wall colored. Super cool look, worth every penny that you pay for their stuff. They have multiple levels up to gold, and they've got this whole theater line that's, you know, not as well known, but really, really special theater stuff. But every theater I've done with Triad, which is a lot, put these big speakers behind screens and stuff like that. People are always floored because they were like, oh, I've never heard of Triad. You know, they're well known in our industry, but maybe not well known in the world. But you know, we sell with confidence, and we're like, just trust us. And they go in and people are like, wow, that's amazing. I mean, you get such great value for their stuff. You know, these speakers are about $1,000 a piece, I think. You know, really, really solid speaker for the money, just crazy stuff. So they install different. That's one thing to talk about. Great materials, unbelievable build quality, unbelievable company. Everything from their bronze to their gold stuff is just absolutely spectacular. When you hold it, you see what you paid for. And hopefully you'll design some Triad with us. We'll see you at fcavsystems.com or theateradvice.com or Theater Advice in person.